Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that might be new here, hi, welcome. My name is Megan and today we have a what sold video. This is going to be what sold for essentially the last week and a half-ish, few days in my small business. This week I do have sales to share with you from Poshmark, eBay, and Depop. If you are new here, I will pop a photo right here on the screen of the item we're chatting about in case one, I didn't put it in a haul, or two, maybe you missed it. I will also be reading to you my full SEO title so you can get a feel of the keywords and phrases that I use to help sell each item. I do cross-list all of my items to all of my platforms, which are Poshmark, eBay, Depop, and Mercari, and I use NIFTY to do that. There is a 15% off discount code in the description of this video if you are new to NIFTY and have never tried it and would like to do so. It saves you 15% off of your first month. If you have used my code for NIFTY already, thank you so much for signing up with my affiliate code. I so appreciate you. And if you have, I would love to know how you are liking NIFTY. So many of you have signed up already with my code, so I know a good chunk of you are now using NIFTY. I would love to know how it is working for you, what your favorite parts of NIFTY are, what your favorite features are in the comments below. Also, I would love to know if you would be interested in a NIFTY NIFTY centered video, how I use NIFTY, etc., etc. I had a comment about NIFTY, I think it was 2 videos ago. Someone suggested to me that I make a NIFTY video, but I don't want to be doing that if that's not something that a bunch of people are interested in watching. So let me know about that in the comments below. Also, I will be sharing with you what each item sold for, what I will earn after fees and cost of goods, so after platform fees and my cost of goods, as well as how long the item was listed before it was sold. And today we're going to be doing something a little new. I will be sharing with you whether or not I would pick up each particular item again, and what the most I would be willing to pay for it would be if it wasn't something I found at the bin. So if it was something I found at the thrift store, what the most money I would be willing to pay in order to resell it would be. So I'm adding this new little part into my what sold videos to not only break down what sold, but also I guess give you a little peek into my mind and how I think about sourcing moving forward, and if these were good choices and would I make them again in the future moving forward. Now, this is just all my opinions. If I'm saying, oh, this item sold really horribly for me, I would never pick it up, but it sells well for you consistently, keep doing that. Don't take what I'm saying as like Bible. These are not like rules. They are just my opinion and what I see performing well for me or not performing well for me alternatively. So just essentially take it with a grain of salt. It's just my thoughts and my opinions. Okay, the first platform we're going to start with is Depop. I did buy this little pointer thing. I didn't buy it for YouTube. I bought it for photographing and essentially for holding down like a tag, because this is what you will see when I'm using it. It's literally a small little like pointer finger to hold down tags or point out flaws or things like that. Sometimes my hands are like really dry, or my nails don't look nice, or my nail polish is chipping, and my fingers just look ugly in the listing photos, and I don't want to use them, so I will use this instead sometimes now. It was like $3 or something, and it's just a little, I think it's for teachers, like a pointer for like the whiteboard or something. I don't know. Anyway, stop playing with that now. The first platform we're going to chat about, if I didn't say already, was Depop. The first Depop sale I have to share with you, Max Mara, made in Italy, 2-button, fully lined blazer in wool blend, size 10. This sold for $96. I will make $92. This took 267 days to sell. Now, would I pick it up again? Yes, but I wouldn't spend more than $20 on it if it was at a regular thrift store. This sat for a really long time, almost an entire year, but the brand is strong and $90 is definitely a great return and would justify picking up a piece like this again in the future. Next sale on the Depop, Cotopaxi Cambrio Navy Athletic Shorts, outdoor running lightweight shorts, size 20. These sold size 20. Size small. They sold for $20 and I will make 17. They took 48 days to sell. Would I pick these up again? Yes, but only at the bins. They have a quick flip potential, but a low profit ceiling. So I do think I will be wary of the less substantial pieces from Cotopaxi moving forward, especially if they are at a regular store and not at the bins. If it was at the bins all day long, I would pick these up for sure. They flipped pretty quickly. Next Depop sale, Alex Mill Neil Khaki Straight Leg Utility Pants Workwear, size 6. They sold for $49. I will make $45. These took 67 days to sell. Would I pick these up again? Yes, but only if they were under $15. They are a solid mid-tier brand with consistent demand and a reasonable sell-through rate, I would say. Next Depop sale, Mother Denim Cuffed Shorts in Peppermint Kisses, model off-duty preppy, size 28. They sold for $40. I will make $35, and they took 23 days to sell. Would I pick them up again? Yes, but I would not pay up for them. This is the first, at least to my noggin, the first pair of Mother Denim shorts I have ever found. Now, they did flip pretty quickly. The style name and the trend definitely helped carry these. I think maybe the fact that we are in festival season as well, or maybe ending festival season, I'm not sure. I just know Coachella already happened. And three weeks is a pretty good flip for these shorts. Then my next and last Depop sale, Laura popped into my closet and she purchased the Equipment Cropped Silk Striped Button-Up Shirt, black and white minimalist, size small. This sold for $35. I will make $28, and this took 1 day to sell. Thank you so much, Laura. I really appreciate you. Would I pick this up again? Yes, all day long, especially under $10. The fact that it was silk, so the fabric content, the style, the ability to reach the minimalist crowd all made this a fast mover. I do think, though, it sold so quickly because Laura saw my haul of this shirt and then purchased it when it was listed. So I do think my own advertising of this shirt on YouTube was what helped it to sell so quickly. But regardless, I absolutely would pick this top up again. And again, thank you so much, Laura. I really, really appreciate you shopping with me, especially on Depop. I think that's one of the first Depop purchases I've had, knowingly at least, from a YouTube subscriber. So thank you so much. The next platform we're going to speak about is Poshmark. The first Poshmark sale I have to share, Mother Little Mid-Rise Rambler Ankle Jeans in Night in Venice, size 29. Thank you to everyone who reached out in the comments when I found these and hauled them and let me know that the little part of the tag refers to petite. So they don't actually put, and my phone stopped recording. So I think what you heard me last say was the little part of this particular mother tag refers to them being petite. They don't actually put P behind like the size, for instance. So this one, it didn't say 29P on the tag. It literally just said 29. So thank you for letting me know that. I did not know that. Would I pick them? Oh, wait, did I tell you how much they sold for? I don't remember. They sold for $64 and I will make $51, and they took 5 days to sell. Would I pick these up again? Absolutely, especially under $20. This particular style for this brand seems to have a good resale value still. I know Mother is like one of those brands where we're like, before it was anything would sell like hotcakes, and now it's kind of like, if you have a good style, it will sell for a sizable amount of money. It's a reliable brand. it was a quick flip and it was a good average sale price. So I absolutely would pick these up again. Maybe $20 is a little much. Maybe 15, maybe 15 would be the sweet spot for me to pick this pair up again. Okay, next Poshmark sale, Spencer Alexis Vintage Floral Sheer Frog Closure Top Boho Festival Lag & Look size large. Sold for $29. I will make $22. This sold in 3 days, and that's a fantastic flip. Would I pick this up again? Absolutely, but likely only at the bins because this is a trend-driven blouse. The brand, I will say, probably has a little section of people that follow it. It's a 90s, I think, a 90s or a Y2K brand that has a good little following. So the brand does have some weight here for this vintage piece, but it is mostly a piece I picked up based on the style of it. It was a fast flip, but a lower return, although I did find this at the bins. And yes, I have been to the bins one time since my hiatus from the bins, and I do plan on going today, speaking of bins. And I'm like looking at my thing recording, and I'm like, why am I only been recording for 2 minutes? But that's because we just started recording again. Okay. Anyway, next Poshmark sale. ECI New York Floral Embroidered Slip Dress Black Y2K Whimsy Goth Fairy Core size 12. Sold for $70 and I will make $56. Ooh. Don't you do that, wind. Hold on, let me pause that. I need to move this candle because the wind's gonna... Here we go. Okay. I don't know if I said it sold for $70. I will make $56. It took 11 days to sell. And I do think one of you told me that you sold this exact dress. Sorry, my hair is like on my last nerve today. I very much so need to cut it, and I'm gonna try to stop touching it now. I think one of you told me in the comments of this video when I hauled this dress that you had sold this particular dress for I think $90 or maybe even $100 on Depop. I was hoping this was going to sell on Depop. I thought that's where it was going to sell as well. But $70 on Poshmark is not bad. Would I pick this dress up again? Yes, 100 times over. Yes, this is a very trendy piece. I probably wouldn't spend more than $20 on it unless it was like an immaculate condition, or maybe even new with tags. Maybe then I would spend $20 on it and ask way more, or hold out for that particular right buyer. The trend for this one, I feel like definitely carried this dress. Whimsy Goth, I think, definitely helped to sell this, and just everything about this dress is very trendy right now. Kind of gives Sue Wong vibes. So I would absolutely pick up this dress again. Next Poshmark sale, vintage Japanese kimono, 59-inch terracotta hand-painted chrysanthemum floral robe. This sold for $71. I will make $52. This took 256 days to sell. Would I pick it up again? Yes, but only if it was like $10 or less. I did find this at the bins, so it was a bins find for me. I don't know that I would pay, like I said, more than $10 for something like this at the thrift store, just because I held on to it for so long, and the buyer for something like this is very niche. I will say though, I'm happy with $52 that I earned from this kimono, so definitely not a bad buy on my end. Then I sold this pair of 7 For All Mankind Dojo flare jeans, medium wash, size 26. They sold for $55. I will make $42, and they took 1 day to sell. Would I pick them up again? All day, every day? Absolutely. They are a proven in-demand item with a style that consistently sells across the board, no matter what size they are. I've never met a pair of Dojo jeans that weren't cropped that I couldn't sell, and quickly, and for a great return on my investment. So absolutely, I would pick up Dojos all day long. Next sale, Kaimis Ranch, Chloe bootcut jeans, Western mid-rise, medium wash, size 12-34. They sold for $80. I will make $64, and these took 5 days to sell. Would I pick them up again? Yes, absolutely, especially under $20. This brand has a very strong following, and the profit margins are very high for these jeans. They also have a very fast sell-through rate, so Kylie's Ranch is actually something that I'm seeking out in the jeans section of the thrift store when I'm going. I have sold, I think this is like the 5th pair I've sold this year, and all of them have sold very quickly. I think I said they took 5 days to sell, so absolutely I would pick these up again, and I would be willing to pay up to $20 for them. Then I sold another pair of jeans. I think this is the last, oh no, not the last one, okay. AG jeans, Cora, high rise, wide leg, Nebula, black denim, size 25. These sold for $60, and I will make $48. They took 54 days to sell. Would I pick them up again? Yes, I would pick up this style of AG jeans. Not every style of AG jeans. This particular style right now is performing well. So I would pay up to $15 for these. Kind of fast sale at under 2 months. I would say that's a pretty good flip in and out of my inventory. The brand has a good following, and it is high retail. But like I said, not every style does well, but this particular style, absolutely I would pick up. Even though they were a tiny size, they still sold pretty quickly. In the last Poshmark sale, Cool Men's The One Camouflage Insulated Jacket, outdoor, full zip, size large. So for $44, I will make $32. It took 64 days to sell. I would have asked way more for this jacket, except it had a slit, like the neckline came up like right about to here, and there was a slit. It literally looked like, I'll put it on the screen probably, looked like, I don't know, somebody had just cut it with a box cutter, you know, just a very clean slit in the neckline that I photographed. It was the 3rd photo in my listing, so the front, the back, and then the flaw. And then I also mentioned it in the description in words. So I mentioned it twice in my listing that this garment was flawed. It still sold for $44. Like I said, I will make $32, and it took 64 days to sell. Would I pick this up again? Yes, but in this condition, I would only pick it up at the bids. I wouldn't pay anything really for this jacket flawed at a thrift store, but I did find this at the bins. And it's kind of a good reminder too, because someone messaged me on eBay about this jacket after NIFTY had sent them an offer automatically for me. NIFTY sends out offers after a certain period of time to interested buyers alongside a message that says, you know, thanks so much for viewing my item. I ship every day, something like that. So in response to that offer, someone messaged me and said that the neckline slit is horrible and couldn't be fixed, and I would be lucky to sell it for $15. And I sold it for $44. So it's just a really good reminder to kind of block out the noise. And that's what I was saying about people's opinions, in my opinion too. Like, if something's working for you that I'm saying is not working for me, let it keep working for you. Like, I knew as soon as I saw this message, I was like, no, you're wrong. And I knew that I would be able to sell this jacket for around what I was asking for it. And this is what I sold it for, is $2 less than the offer price that was sent to this person on eBay. So I sold it for very close to what they were like offended that I was asking for it, which is weird work. If you're messaging me like that, weird work. Anyway, next we're going to move into eBay. And the first eBay sale I have to share with you, Buck Mason Maverick Slim Japanese Denim Jeans, Minimal Workwear, size 28. They sold for $120. I will make $90, and they took 25 days to sell. Would I pick this up again? Yes. And I would pay up to $30 for them, but they would have to be Japanese denim or selvage. One of the two. I don't know that I would pay up to $30 for Buck Mason jeans that weren't selvage or weren't Japanese denim. I think that's a very important factor for these jeans and why they sold so well. Also, this brand and Japanese denim has a strong following, or maybe not following. they perform well on eBay, put it that way. And obviously they took 25 days to sell on eBay. Then I sold this Baggu Jessica Williams medium crescent bag, nylon, western, embroidered in green. This sold for $90 and I will make $70. This took 18 days to sell. This came from my own personal closet. I did find this at a regular thrift store and I believe it was like $2.99. Would I pick up this item again? Yes, and I would be willing to pay up to $20 for it, but that's only because this was a collaboration bag with Baggu. So I don't know that I would pick up a regular non-collaboration bag from Baggu and pay $20 for it, but this collaboration definitely added some value to the bag. Baggu, I would say, always moves though, so definitely if you find it like at the bins, I wouldn't be afraid to buy any Baggu bags I found at the bins, but this did sell pretty quickly, and for close to what I was asking, I think I was asking like $120 and I sold it for $90. Next eBay sale, Ripley Rider, new with tags, point knit, wide cropped leg pant in black, minimalist, size 2, new with tags. These were a new to me brand. I had never heard of them before, but I saw them in the thrift store and I felt them and I was like, I need to look these up. And I am so glad I looked them up because it was one of those things where it was like, it could be worth something. It could be like a fancier fast fashion or something like that. No, these were definitely a great pickup. They sold for $100. I will make $90, and they took 22 days to sell. I would absolutely pick these up again, and I would be willing to pay up to $30 for a new with tags pair. They had a high retail. I think the retail, I don't remember. The retail was high. The profit margin on these was great. So these were an ideal pickup. And like I said, this was the first time I'd ever heard of or seen this brand. So Ripley Raider, definitely keep your eyes out for them. Then my next eBay sale, Maggiani brown leather zip ankle Chelsea boots, minimalist dress boot, size 10. They sold for $100. I will make $89. They took 25 days to sell. Would I pick these up again? Absolutely. I would pick these up again, especially under $20. They're high-end men's shoe brand, and I could have sold these the same day they were listed, but I got greedy and I sent a counter offer to the person instead of just accepting their offer. So I did have to wait another 24 days before I think it was even the same person that sent me the same offer again, I want to say. I could have sold these for $100 the day or the day after, very soon, very close to when they were listed. But like I said, I got greedy and held on to them for another 20 days. But thank goodness they made me another offer. All right, and the last eBay sale I have to share with you, Love Shack Fancy Notting Hill London graphic sweatshirt in blue, size small. This sold for $40. I will make $32, and it took 51 days to sell. Would I pick this up again? Maybe, but I don't think I would pay more than $10 for it, and I feel like now that I've had a little bit more experience with this brand, the brand itself is very hit or miss unless the item is a dress or a skirt. There are some things from Love Shack Fancy that are not hit or miss. They are very much so sought after, but I think this particular piece was kind of iffy, especially for the brand. And like I said, when I found it and showed you in the haul, it did not feel like a sweatshirt you would be expecting to pay over $100 for a retail, because I'm sure that sweatshirt easily retailed for over $100. It just didn't feel nice. I don't know. Speaking of, this is a Lululemon hoodie that I found 2 days ago for myself at the regular thrift store. It was $5.99, and I'm fairly certain it's like a tinsel blend. It's cropped. It's got the little pull logo still. Very, very comfortable. Anyway. Okay, it is 7:34 in the morning now, and I need to get myself ready to go to the bins. And I think we will do a bins haul when I come back, depending on what we find. If you're a reseller too, how have your sales been? I would love to know which platform is performing well for you, which platforms are not performing well for you, etc., etc. And if you took the time to watch this video, and you spent your social media currency with me today. I so appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on your way out, that would be awesome. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.